Hi folks, I thought I'd share with you today my thoughts on the changes that are coming to the YouTube Partnership Program. If you don't know, YouTube has announced that their partnership program is changing and changes will go into effect the 20th of February. And pretty much what it means is if you are below a threshold of subscribers and watch time, you will no longer be a YouTube partner. So you won't be able to monetize your videos. This has created a lot of uproar, which is understandable, and I can kind of see both sides of it. From YouTube side, I can see the needing to have a little bit better way of control over what gets monetized. The algorithms that they've been using to demonetize stuff that's not appropriate for ads hasn't really been working that great. And I know we've had a couple of our videos that have been demonetized until I changed the thumbnail or changed the title slightly, because it was like, I am just talking about books. Why is this saying that it's not appropriate for advertisers? And it was something in one of how I had written the title or something like that that their computer algorithm caught something. But sitting down and reviewing every single YouTube video by an actual person takes a lot of time, so they said, hey, until this video gets so many views, we won't review it. That's annoying, but at the same time, I can understand them not wanting to piss off their advertisers and have advertisers leave. They are a business, they have to still make money. And this is at least a way of having a little bit more control over some of that stuff. Now, from a creator's side, it's annoying because we are creating this content that is the whole reason that YouTube has been able to be so successful as this business. It can kind of feel a little like they're taking advantage or stuff like that. At the same time, I'm looking at it from our standpoint of we've been making videos for almost 4 years now. Yes, we're still fairly small. We don't hit that threshold yet. Even though we're actually fairly close on the watch time, we're just not as close on the subscribers. You can help us out. So we've been making these videos for 4 years. Most of that time we have been having ads play on our videos. We haven't gotten a check yet. We haven't reached the threshold with the Google ads and stuff like that to actually get our first check. That was one of the reasons that we turned to Patreon, because we wanted to expand and start doing some more stuff, but that requires us investing a lot more time in it, as well as investing some money in getting equipment or getting games to review or going to places. So we decided, instead of trying to deal with all the ads and stuff like that, we would turn to Patreon, and if people wanted to support us, they could in a lot better way than having ads. Because I know even when I watch other YouTube videos, a majority of the time I will skip an ad if I can. And I think some of the uproar has been people not realizing what exactly it was going to mean. So for us, it's not really changing anything. Ads will stop playing on our videos, which is fine. We won't be making any money off of it. YouTube won't be making the $1 maybe a month that we make for them off of our videos. But we're not losing access to most of the features that came with the partnership program, like having the thumbnails and cards and end screens and stuff like that. They have said that all of that stuff will stay if you are a current YouTube partner. Even when you lose the monetization status, you will keep those at least for the foreseeable future. They're kind of reassessing how they do that. So really, I think the biggest impact is going to be new channels who are starting out, who aren't kind of grandfathered into having some of these features, because having a custom thumbnail does set your video apart a little bit. Having cards can help point people to other videos that they might want to see, or to an external site. We've got our Patreon linked on our end screen, so that makes it a little bit easier than having to go down in the description to find that info. So I kind of have mixed feelings on the whole thing, especially after some recent events. YouTube is the business, they're trying their best, and actually I do appreciate that they have said that a lot of the features are getting you are still going to keep. That it's not, hey, you're losing all of the stuff that you've gotten used to having. Whether that stays, whether they actually keep all of that, or whether they change and that starts going away, we'll have to see. But I feel like they did introduce it fairly well, and as well as giving the heads up of more than a month in advance saying, this is the change that's going to go into effect. Sure, there are people who are going to get mad and leave, but that way it allows creators to look at and see, hey, if this is something that making money off of these videos is really important to me, maybe looking at alternative like Patreon or trying to get sponsorships or stuff like that. Those are kind of my thoughts. Still mulling things over and still doing a little bit of research, but I've read the guide that YouTube put together of like, here's what this means. And after sitting down and reading that, I was a little less like freaked out and upset about it. So what do you folks think? For people who just are viewers on YouTube, I'm sure it's probably not going to affect you as much. Hey, you won't have to watch ads on smaller channels, but for creators, how is it affecting you? Or as a viewer, are you concerned about what's going to happen to some of your favorite creators? Let's talk about it down below. I want to give a special thanks to all of our patrons who are helping us make more videos for you guys. Especially want to give a shout out to Sean, Elaney, and Arvi. Alright, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!